Americanos! Oh my God, man. All right, y'all simmer down. Everybody calm down. Hey guys, look. Don't play me the song now, bro. Venga, venga, venga. Venga, venga. Hey, this is where the party's at, y'all. Hey, look, for real. I just came from a meeting with Ryan Shane. Guys, the opportunity that's about to open up for Latin Americans is massive, okay? Seriously, I'm telling you right now, if you got ties to people and other countries that are high net worth, start talking about how you can transfer assets into life insurance and get even more money tax-free in their country. It's gonna be crazy, man. Look, nosotros, los latinoamericanos, tenemos una oportunidad grandísima, de verdad que sí. Y el problema es que no la estamos aprovechando. All right? And look here. We Latin Americans, we have such a huge opportunity here. And I'm gonna be straight up with y'all. We're not taking advantage of it. We just ain't. Look at what the people from, I think Africa, what they're doing. What are you seeing that they do that I'm looking at them and I'm like, how can we Latin Americans do this? How can we take over? And one of the things that I'm seeing is like their unity. That's right. One of the things that I'm seeing is they're having a lot of fun. And one of the things that I'm seeing is that they're dreamers. You see what I'm saying? I think we need to start doing that. I think we need to start unifying for real. And we need to start exploding and backing up what Andy Albright's mission or vision is that he's doing with this new American movement. Okay? Like Olga Mathis, I mean, I don't want to start naming names because I'm gonna mess up, but like we should start plugging people in on Zooms and start like our numbers were like in the 30s. Imagine if we start getting people in the thousands, in the 500s via Zoom. Imagine what that will do for your business, for our business, right? I don't know, man. It's just like we were in the West Coast in Anaheim, and we were doing a little bit of sipping at a night owl, and Paola Ferrero from American Amical starts talking to Andy, starts saying, Andy, you need to push this new American thing. You guys have a market open that y'all haven't even touched, this Hispanic market. And our ears start perking up. And we're like, what is she talking about? There are people out there, aside from the Alliance, that are tapping into this market, this Latin American community, this new American community, and they're killing it. Stadiums full of Hispanics, stadiums full of all people from all over the world, you know what I'm saying? And we're not tapping into it, and we got a great system. We really do. Like we need to start like blowing this thing up for real. For real. Textiling. Who started textiling already with their teams since Andy started talking about it? Oh yeah. Well, I started taking it for real, man. And all I've been doing, Fitz, is just talking to my team about it. Right now we got over 70 names that are waiting for us to just get started and start dialing, man. And like, open your minds to, like, for me, like, I'll be honest with you, whenever I saw a person that didn't speak English, I would write them off. Because I'm like, they're not gonna do nothing. They're not gonna get licensed. There's no longer that limit. There's no longer that barrier. Does that make sense? Like, now you can talk to anybody. Things are opening up like crazy. And even if you don't know how to communicate with them, get them in touch to Brian Rojas, get them in touch to Olga Mathis. Let them sell you, and you build that off of, you know what I'm saying? We can help. We want to help. You know, now more than ever, we're being united. And we're moving on this new American movement, guys. And we got to do it through text dialing. We got to do it through finding people. Look, I came into the Alliance not because I wanted to. Chris Celine recruited me into the business. Okay, my wife. So here's the way it played out. Big Mike found a guy through ZipRecruiter. This guy didn't know me. Chris Celine was working at a call center called Ultimate Medical Academy. She hated her supervisor, and she started crying. When she went and took her break, she started crying because she hated that job. Some random guy came and said, "What's wrong?" And she told him, "I hate my job. I'm thinking about quitting." And he said, "Well, before you do that, you might want to talk to my son. He just started, and in 2 months, he put $17,000 in his bank account. You might want to meet him at a Starbucks." Chris Lee told me, "Hey, Brian, get ready. We're going to go with this one guy that said he made $17,000 at a Starbucks. And yeah, we got to go." I said, "Hell no. Like, that's a pyramid scheme." And she said, "I didn't ask you. You're broke anyway, working 2 jobs. What the hell does it matter? Get ready, we're gonna go to Starbucks, and we're gonna hear this guy out, and you better not be rude to him." And I went there. You understand that night has changed my whole life. You understand what I'm saying? We gotta start working on these things and meeting people and start like working on little set, like go meet people at their houses, go meet people at their homes, shake hands, all right? If that guy would not have presented the opportunity, I think my best months have been $75,000 3 months in a row, okay? But think about this. You got Jonathan Rojas and Annalie Medina. Both have done over $43,000 a month. Then you got Luis Salgado, who just became agency manager. Y'all give it up for Luis Salgado, y'all. That boy can write some premium. Underneath that, we got Jerome, and then we got Maria, who just started the business 4 weeks ago, and has done over $21,000. If this guy from up top, who never did anything, Fitz, would not have given my wife an opportunity, I wouldn't be here today. Imagine what that could look like for your business. Imagine if you could share that. And Maria, you said you have a lot of connections, right? Of people that like don't speak English or Latin Americans. Imagine what that could look like for you. Does that make sense? This whole new American movement it's gonna be nuts for us, whoever buys into this. Ryan Shan was just telling me that now you can go, let's just say you have a person, he just wrote a policy for 60, listen to this, Annalie. A guy from Mexico, he just wrote a $65 million policy with Mutual of Omaha. Okay? The guy lives in Mexico, all right? He has ties, I don't know how the connection was, but he's gonna buy a life insurance here, even though he lives in Mexico, and he's gonna buy that policy in dollars, but when this guy dies, he's gonna receive the money in dollars tax-free, and then he's gonna convert it in Mexican pesos. That $65 million policy converts to about $1.3 million, billion pesos, tax-free for him and his family. You see what I'm saying? And all because he's thinking outside the box. He's being creative. And I believe that us Latin Americans, we're creative. I don't know if you were in the store, like if you were in the morning listening to Olga Mathis, but golly, the things she had to go through to get to where she's at now. The creativity that took for that woman to get to where she's at now. Brings you to tears. And I'm telling you, we all have that same creativity. What's gonna get you to start moving? What's gonna get you to start doing this and taking this serious? Help the movement. En la unión está la fuerza. En la unión está la fuerza. Si tú lo puedes hacer, yo lo puedo hacer también. Pero ¿sabes lo que no va a funcionar? Que estemos desunidos. It's not going to work. If we're not united, it's not going to work. It works if we all play the show. If we all buy in. If we could just be dumb enough to make it big. Negativity does not help. Have a good attitude about it and be dumb enough to buy in into the opportunity that he's given. This is a huge opportunity. Jake and Ray Joseph were talking about a wave last night. We're truly going through a wave. Anything that the Alliance is touching right now is turning into gold. It's freaking me the hell out. Anything that we're doing is turning into gold. It's wild. And I want in. And we got to buy in together, y'all. Does that make sense? Imagine if you can have a Brian Rojas, a skinnier version of Brian Rojas. I know that's right. This one loves tacos, so it's not a bad deal. But just imagine what that could do for your business. If you had 10, 20, 40, 50 of us, 100 of us, better, work faster. See what I'm saying? That would totally change your business. Imagine if you could get an Olga Mathis or a Spanish version of Fitz. Man, dude, that'd be crazy. What if we could have the next, not Andy Albright, but the next Andres? Huh? Why not? Esteban. But seriously, y'all, look. Negativity is not gonna help in this process. Let's be dumb enough. Imagine if each one of us got our agents to get 30 names. If each one of us would commit to tonight have 30 agents in our downline to get 30 names to us, what will that do for our business, for the Alliance? And we start doing the work. I'm committed to doing the work. I don't know about y'all, but like, that's exciting that like 3 or 4 agents gave me over 72 names. That's crazy, dude, for me. I don't know about you, but for me it is. I'll take it too, all day. Have y'all ever seen the movie Miracle? Y'all seen that movie? Y'all remember the part where I think it was that guy that got hurt and he started putting excuses as to why he couldn't play? What's gonna get you to move? What does the coach have to tell you to get us to move? Are we gonna have to be like that dog that's sitting in the nail? That when it hurts bad enough, they'll move? Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? I'm gonna tell y'all anyway. So there's a dog sitting in the nail. This drunk guy goes into the bar and sees a dog sitting in the nail, and the dog's going, arr, arr, arr. He goes to his partner and tells him, what the hell is that dog doing sitting in the nail? To which his partner says, I guess it don't hurt bad enough. I was just explaining to people downstairs that like there's a difference between self-employed and having a business, right? People don't realize that, like for me, I didn't realize when I first came in, I thought that selling insurance was having my own business. I didn't know the difference. And we gotta explain this stuff to people, man. We gotta explain that, hey man, if you walk away and you're not making cash flow, you're not making passive income, bro, you ain't got a business, man. What if you get hurt? What if you can't talk? What if you get sick? How are you gonna make money? This new movement, man, this new American movement, man, it can change your life. No matter where you are in business right now, it can change your life. Who's committed to doing the work that it takes to do text dialing and all this stuff, man? Who's with me? Seriously, I want to see a show of hands. Who's willing to put in the work and text dialing? Oh, okay. For a couple of you, if you're willing and committed to doing the work, I'm telling you, get ready because there's another wave coming. And this one's gonna be a tsunami. But it's not gonna be without you. You have to put in the work to do this stuff, man, okay? I was thinking about this one guy that we talked on the phone when we were downstairs. He's like, is this real or is this a pyramid scheme? We had just called, I was talking to Andy about this. Is this real or is this a pyramid scheme? I'm like, bro, I don't know. Where do you live? It's like, I'm in Georgia right now. Why don't you come over here and find out? He's like, are you serious? I'm like, bro, if you get here, we'll get you in, we'll get you your ticket, and you decide for yourself if this is real or a pyramid scheme. It's like, send me the location, I'm in. It's that simple. It's that real. He's on his way right now. But it won't happen if you're not talking to your agents about, hey man, text people you know. Text people you know. All right, and let's call them, let's show them the opportunity. It's not gonna happen by itself. You gotta go get the wood. If you want the fire, you gotta go get the wood first. It's not gonna happen by itself, guys. Most people, everybody wants to be a beast until it's time to do what beasts do. And I'm telling you, it might seem simple what we're talking about here, but this is what I've seen Andy Riddle do. This is what I've seen Angela Riddle do. This is what I've seen Andy Albright do in all his videos. And this is how we're gonna get big, right? It takes somebody like, for example, Maria Reyes, who just started 3 or 4 weeks ago, who's literally, every time she goes to an appointment, she's asking her clients, hey, who do you know that might be interested in making $500 a week? Do you know what she's bumping into? She's bumping into people that already have a license. She didn't know this. Her pastor had an insurance license, and she didn't know this whole time. And we're doing calls at 12:30, 1:30 in the morning, and we're finding these things out. So that, for me, like that builds my belief level in this stuff too. Does that make sense? So imagine what your story is gonna look like when you start doing this. Ryan Shang, you did an amazing job just recently in that room, bro. Dude, if we can take what you're saying in the Latin American community, we're gonna blow up. Matter of fact, Ryan Shang, come over here real quick, bro. Come over here. Y'all need to hear what he was saying in that room. Y'all give him a hand real quick. Ryan, give them a little taste of what you were talking about, this new high net worth clients. I just told them about these, that Mexican guy that just invested in a $65 million policy. Tell them a little bit about this.
Yeah, so, well, first of all, you're doing an amazing job. Took a lot of photos of you, so very inspirational. So with this foreign national high net worth market, it really automatically put us on a map to deal with high net worth people. My mentor used to tell me and say, look, the carrier's gonna be the carriers, the product's gonna be the products. The biggest difference it's gonna make in your life is how big of a check the person sits in front of you can write, okay? So why does a guy that lives in Mexico, I refer him as Senor Albright, wants a $65 million face amount US-based life insurance? Because as we understand, life insurance, I hope you guys know this, is the safest and the best asset to pass on and to received. You have to know that, and your client needs to know that. So once a $65 million gets paid out in dollars, Senor Albright can go transfer that to pesos. It's 1.3 billion pesos. So you're telling me with one single move in financial planning, you go from a 3-generational wealth to 5-generational wealth because of one move. Take advantage of the currency exchange. What everybody here and what all foreigners want is to find a good deal shopping, we want a good deal. It's like Black Friday for them. I can come here and put my money here, and I get larger benefit with a lower premium compared to my country and get paid out and exchange it back to my currency.
Tell them how you called the insurance company, right? And they were charging you like 3 or 4 times the amount. Tell them about that.
So I did some market research back in my country in Taiwan. So I went to 5 major life insurance company acted as a client. I said, give me a quote for $300,000 US life insurance dollars, because I just had a baby. I need protection. So I said, well, $300,000, well, what they quoted me is, in dollars, Mr. Chang, your premium will be $6,400 per year, US dollars, for $300,000. Okay, great. I went back to my phone, my Mutual Omaha app, quoting, $300,000 IULE for me is $2,600. It's 3 times more expensive over there. For me, I'm turning 35 today. It's like literally, it's like 3 times more expensive over there, and I get the same thing over here. So, but at the same time, with the whole foreign national, I don't want you guys to count yourself out. Sell the opportunity and the perspective domestically, because you gotta let your people know, hey, look, there's people out there that they have to pay 3 times more than what you pay.
Bro, we believe the same way. Look, us Hispanics, we think the same way. A nosotros nos gusta bueno, bonito. Same thing. We Chinese too, bro. We Taiwanese or whatever you want to call us. You see what I'm saying? Yes, yo, y'all give it up for Ryan Chang. So here's what I'm saying. Here's what I'm saying. Let's, as a community, think bigger. We need to have the stories of Dr. Jeremiah Adaki. I believe that the hand of God is in the Hispanic Latin American community. I believe that the hand of God is with the New Americans community. I believe that the hand of God is in the alliance. Let's think bigger. Olga, imagine if you go to somebody that you know, a plug in Colombia, and you say, hermano, plata o plomo, ¿qué fue? Huh? Just imagine what that would do for your business. And you start teaching this. Andy Albright just got off saying we need to be bolder, because boldness shows we care. We need to make a change. We need to pioneer this into our communities. We are the chosen ones. We are the ones that are carrying out this great commission. And here's the thing, guys, this new American movement. Our Hispanic community, we need to educate them. We need to be better. The African folks are already doing it. The Mandarin folks, you know what they were telling me? Having $1 million in a bank is chump change for them. The average American, he was saying the average American has about $2,500 in the bank. We get to change the algorithm of the Latin American community. We get to do it. And it's gonna be through going out there, through education. Because here's the other thing we battle with, okay? We battle with, see, in our countries, no cuesta un entierro mucho. You understand what I'm saying? We're battling with that train of thought that's been chasing us for generations. This is about creating generational wealth with the Latin American community, y'all. But we need you to pioneer this stuff. Can I get a whoop? Can I get an amen? All right, guys, that's my time. Thank you so much. God bless y'all.
Okay, next breakouts. Next breakouts, this room. Level up your business with Clay Murdez. Inspiration Hall, My Alliance Story, Amanda Maldonado. In the Basement, The Building Game, Points, How, and Why with Adam Katz. All great options. Pick an option. Go to your breakouts.
Tú eres el imán y yo soy el metal. Me voy acercando y voy armando el plan. Solo con pensarlo se acelera el pulso. Oh yeah, ya me está gustando más de lo normal. Todos mis sentidos van pidiendo más. Esto hay que tomarlo sin ningún apuro. Pasito a pasito, suave suavecito, nos vamos pegando poquito a poquito. Y es que esa belleza es un rompecabezas, pero para montarlo aquí tengo la pieza. Oye, despacito, quiero respirar tu cuello despacito. Deja que te diga cosas al oído, para que te acuerdes si no estás conmigo. Despacito, quiero desnudarte a besos despacito. Firma las paredes de tu laberinto y hacer de tu cuerpo todo un manuscrito. Sube, sube. Quiero ver bailar tu pelo, quiero ser tu ritmo. Que le enseñes a mi boca tus lugares favoritos. Favorito, baby. Déjame sobrepasar tus zonas de peligro hasta provocar tus gritos y que olvides tu apellido. Despacito, vamos a hacerlo en una playa en Puerto Rico hasta que las olas griten ay bendito, para que mi sello se quede contigo. Pasito a pasito, suave suavecito, nos vamos pegando poquito a poquito. Enseñas a mi boca tus lugares favoritos. Favorito. Pasito a pasito, suave suavecito, nos vamos pegando poquito a poquito. Hasta provocar tus gritos y que olvides tu apellido. Despacito.